Hi everyone, today I am making these lovely marble tea cakes. Some work though, let me show you. Starting with my dry mix, I am sifting 2 cups of all-purpose flour with a teaspoon of baking soda, not baking soda, but baking powder, a half teaspoon of baking soda, a half teaspoon of salt, and then a half teaspoon of nutmeg. Just gonna sift it, y'all, making sure there are no balls of nutmeg. You know how sometimes nutmeg can ball up, so I'm just gonna be real careful. Now here I have 1 stick of butter that I am going to mix with 1 cup of sugar. And I'm not trying to cream this at all, y'all. I'm just gonna mix it until it combines into kind of large chunks. Just gonna mix it about 3 to 5 minutes, y'all. And then to it, I'm adding 1 large egg and a 1/4 cup of buttermilk, y'all. This is all room temperature. Along with, I have to do the 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then I'm going to mix my wet ingredients until they are well combined. And then once I get my ingredients combined, I'm going to just dump the dry ingredients into that bowl with the wet ingredients, y'all. And then at this point, I'm just going to take my spatula and just kind of slowly work that flour into my wet mix until it disappears, every bit of it. And then once I get my dough ready like this, y'all, I am removing about 1/3 of it. And pardon the lighting, y'all. I was kind of playing around. And again, that's about 1/3 of the dough. And then I'm going to put the remaining dough into the freezer, y'all. Yes, the freezer. Now to my dough here, I am adding 6 teaspoons of cocoa powder that I'm kind of just want to sift in there, y'all, thinking it'll kind of be easier to incorporate if I do. And now I am slowly, y'all, just working the cocoa powder into the dough. And to help it along, I'm adding just a capful, less than a capful of buttermilk. And that's going to help it loosen up a bit as well as keep my dough on the moist side. Now I work with this right here and it ended up being a little loose to me, so I went ahead and added about another teaspoon of that cocoa powder, y'all. So I'm using a total of 6.5 teaspoons, about 6.5. Absolutely no more than that will do for this delicious chocolate dough here, y'all. 6.5 teaspoons at most. Okay, now once I got this consistency the way I like it, guys, it is going into the freezer, yes, to firm up, y'all. That's what this freezing is about today. and you will see why. Okay, so I got my first batch out of the freezer, y'all. The vanilla batch, I'll call it. And I'm just rolling it into 1-inch balls, pretty close as I can get them, y'all. And I ended up with about exactly 21 of these balls. Yep, 21. Now I am going to do the very same thing with my chocolate dough, but this time I'm going to make my balls a little smaller. And again, I'm going to kind of pinch off of one, pinch off the other until I get me 21, an equal amount of those little chocolate balls right there. There they are. Now I am ready to take these and smash them together, y'all. Twisting and turning, y'all. And they were in the freezer, y'all. I had them in there for about 30 minutes in the freezer, and then I put them another 30 minutes into the refrigerator. And that helped them to be as firm as you see here, y'all. And all I'm doing, excuse me, is just twisting them and shaping them into the, let's see, until the little shape that I want, with the little marbling that I want. And then, y'all, I kind of just get me a little cookie cutter. You can do so much with these, y'all, and kind of make them a little round a little bit, trying to get them like nice and neat. And again, here we go, pressing them and just moving around. You can do so many things at this point with this chocolate dough in our tea cakes. Yes, indeedy. You can put it on the front, the back. You can hide it there in the middle. You can do all those things, y'all. This is just, I'm telling you, this is just a great way to have some tea cakes, okay? And they were in the oven, preheated to 350 degrees, y'all, for about 18 minutes. And I got 3 batches here. As you can see, look at here. And yes, I'm telling you, clearly I do not mind the work, y'all. Look at that marbling, y'all. And that golden brown edge on these. Man, I tell you, I just love. Once I start making these tea cakes like this, y'all, the more that I make them, the absolute, look at that, more I love to make them this way. Yes, indeedy. Marble tea cakes, y'all. Absolutely the greatest. Thanks for watching.